What is the relationship between Balrogs and dragons? Have you ever wondered how Balrogs and dragons fit into the rich lore of Middle-earth? Both creatures are iconic, but they come from very different backgrounds. Let's break down their relationship. Balrogs are known as Maiar spirits. These are lesser divine beings created by the supreme deity Ilúvatar before the world was shaped. Initially, they served the Valar, who are greater divine powers. However, some Balrogs were seduced by Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. This corruption turned them into demons of shadow and flame. Balrogs possess a unique spiritual essence, allowing them to take on physical forms that are often cloaked in fire and darkness. In terms of numbers, Balrogs are quite rare. Historical accounts suggest there were between 3 and 7 Balrogs known in the ancient world. They served as Morgoth's most feared lieutenants during the First Age, making them significant players in the battles of that time. On the other hand, dragons are entirely different creatures. They were bred and created by Morgoth later in Middle-earth's history. Unlike Balrogs, dragons do not have a spiritual origin. They are physical beings, known for their immense strength, fiery breath, and cunning intelligence. Dragons are mortal creatures, which means they can be killed and do not survive beyond death in a spiritual form. Morgoth used dragons as weapons against the Elves and Men during the First Age. Some famous dragons include Glorung and Ankalagan the Black. These dragons are often characterized by their greed and vanity, making them formidable foes in battle. So, the relationship between Balrogs and dragons is that both were created or corrupted by Morgoth to serve his dark purposes. However, Balrogs are corrupted divine spirits with a supernatural essence, while dragons are physical creatures bred for war. Balrogs are generally considered more powerful in terms of spiritual and magical might. In contrast, dragons relying on their brute strength and ferocity. This distinction highlights the unique nature of Balrogs as ancient demons of shadow and flame, while dragons are monstrous beasts of flesh and fire. Both serve as instruments of Morgoth's evil, but they are fundamentally different in essence and origin.